Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. Truly appreciate your time. I have a sickness and it's called guns and knives. My wife would agree, but I have quite a bit of knives that I've purchased over the last year or so, and I wanted to start putting more and more reviews out about them. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I've had a couple surgeries and have been more focused on buying some rifles, etc., especially with the current administration. So with that said, I want to bring your attention to this knife. It's called the Hunter's Choice, and it's made by Frost USA, which is Frost Cutlery. And the item number, if you want to check this one out, is 15-137 and B/B, which is black blade, black handle. It's a pretty decent little knife. This retails for $17. It's $16.95 to be exact, and it's a pretty decent little knife. Let me show you here. I'll take it out of the sheath. The sheath that comes with is just a generic nylon sheath. It's double stitched. Actually, it's double stitched, and a couple rivets at the tip of the knife and where the choil and the grind meets up. And it does have a standard belt loop. It looks like it'll fit up to 2 inches. And the knife itself, I'll give you a look here. Now it is a pretty. This knife isn't brand new. I've used it for a while. As you can see, there's a nick in the metal here, and I have sharpened it once already. It's a decent knife. They use, I think it's 440 stainless on this. So it's not the best steel in the world, but truth be told, and I'll be upfront with you, I'm not a steel snob. And although I do like my expensive knives, but if I'm going to take something and just beat the piss out of it, I'd rather beat the piss out of a $20 knife than a $220 knife, for obvious reasons. Let me just move the box here, get it out of the way. And the sheath. So it's a pretty decent knife for what you get. I mean, like I said, it's $16.95, and it's an 8-inch overall full tang knife. You can see the tang goes all the way through the handles. The handles are G10 textured handles. They're black. You can see it does have a decent finger groove for your index finger here. You get a decent purchase on this. Does have a little bit of a thumb rise, as you can see, and it does have some pretty decent jimping on there. It's not a sharp jimping that's going to eat into your finger, but it's enough where your thumb's not going to want to slide. It has jimping on the back here. As you can see, the tang is extended beyond the handles, so you can use it for a glass break or a skull break, whatever you need. And it does have this little cheap cordage here, but I'm going to replace that with some paracord, a nice little lanyard. But it is three rivets that go through the handle. Again, it's a G10 handle. It's a decent knife. It fits my hand really good. You can see the blade. Let me get a little close up for you here. It's a good little blade. Like I said, I've been beating the hell out of this thing for close to probably maybe over a year now, and it's lasted. I don't have any chips in it, any nicks or anything. If I did, like I said, I just sharpened it recently. It is made in China, which is why they're affordable, but nowadays there's not much made that isn't made in China. I mean, all your halfway decent knives, even from the reputable companies like Kershaw, they're made in China. So there's a lot made over there, and China's getting a lot better on their knives. It's not just what it used to be known for. There's some decent stuff over there now that comes over. You just got to be picky and know what you're looking at. A decent knife. Again, it's called the Hunter's Choice. It's pretty light. It's not that heavy at all. Again, it's a decent knife. It's I think the blade is 3.5 inches overall, and it is, again, it's an 8-inch long a knife. It's not bad. The Hunter's Choice from Frost Cutlery. I'll have a link in the description if you want to grab one of these for yourself. It's not bad. For the price you pay, you get a decent little tool that, if called upon, will do the job. That's one thing I wanted to say about, when I said I wasn't a steel snob. As somebody who has been stabbed on 2 occasions, I was stabbed once in my left forearm, and stabbed once in my left shoulder years ago. And the first thing that went through my mind was I going to make it through the encounter? And of all the questions that went through my mind, not once did I ask or want to ask what kind of steel that knife was made of. I do know it was one of those old Rambo knives from the first movie there. It was filled with like the fishing gear and the saw and the handle. Typical survival knife. I know it hurt and I know it worked. And I think those sold for 25 bucks back in the day. So if I need it to do the job, it'll do the job. As long as I take care of the blade and sharpen it when it needs to be sharpened, I've got a tool that'll last a long time. And that's all I'm really looking for. You know. Yeah, it's a cheap knife, but it will do the job if it's called upon. So again, the Hunter's Choice from Frost Cutlery. This is Jared from Gun the Gadgets. I truly appreciate your time. Got a bunch of knife reviews coming up, so please check out the channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because I got a lot of information coming out. Have a good one. Take care.